Hi everybody, this is our last video for 2024 and the fifth and last video of our first series on career paths. So we've been speaking about the gap that exists in the triangular model. If you're heading for the C-suite from junior staff and you make it, beautiful. But if you don't make the C-suite, what happens to your career? Do we trash it or do we do something else? So I suggested that a model that is rectangular would be more logical. So we talked about support, specialist, and management career paths, and today we're talking about the leader. So the characteristics of a leadership role are simply as follows. The primary focus is around the vision and strategy. The leader needs to set that direction in conjunction, obviously, with the Exco team and management support. Number two, the chief executive is responsible for building and leading a team. He cannot delegate this to human resources, although he can get expert help from the human resources team and again from the Exco team and managers. The key contributions of the leader are simply as follows. They need to develop a compelling vision for the future of the organization. Number two, to inspire people to commit and stay aligned with the organization's goals and values. And this is a critical task that is often either forgotten about or delegated or abdicated to managers or to HR. Not a good idea in my experience. They need to drive and change and innovation to stay ahead of changes in the marketplace. The behavioral requirements that suit this position include the following: to lead with experience, confidence, maturity, IQ, and EQ. Now, I know that's a mouthful, but all five of those words are critical. They must have the experience, they must be confident in their ability to get people to believe that they have got this picture sorted out and that they are leading with confidence. They need to be mature. There's nothing worse than an immature leader. They need to have the IQ, to have the smarts to lead the people in the Exco team especially, but to generally provide smart leadership. And then finally, they must have the EQ to know which buttons they should push and when. They need to maintain a balance between the needs of people and the focus on results. Sometimes we need to give people a break, sometimes we need to push people. The smart chief executive knows when to do that well. They need to create pressure for people to meet deadlines and to achieve their targets. It's critical that the organization maintains a very, very heavy focus on the ultimate goal, which is both financial, strategic, and operational. This is in red simply because this is one of the big differences between supporters, specialists, and managers and the leadership role. The leader needs to focus on the big picture. They need to be prepared to take risks and tackle the unknown. When people come to them to answer a question, if it's a random question, the chief executive should send it straight back to that person. But if it's a difficult question that even he's not sure about, he needs to do the homework and then lead. It cannot be left in a bureaucratic mess for people to begin to guess for themselves. Number five, the chief executive needs to be very self-motivated. They need to simplify challenges, solve problems, and delegate effectively. And finally, the chief executive, as well as everybody else in the business, needs to stay positively involved. They need to own their outcomes, and they need to lead themselves and others. So the good news is that we can test for all of these behavioral traits. We have the tools and the methodologies to help you to do this. Number one, we analyze the CV of an individual to look at the track record and to understand the experience, the education, the results, and the background of the individual. Number two, we have tools to understand the behavioral preferences and many other behavioral traits of a chief executive. And number three, we use habits to understand how people operate every single day and whether or not that executive team meshes together well. All of this is designed to help us to find the right person for leadership. I hope you found this series interesting, and I'd love your comments if you don't mind. And if you think I've missed the point on a few of the different videos, with pleasure, please tell me. I'm always willing to learn. If you're going away for the holidays, I hope you have a great time, and I look forward to working with you in 2025. Thanks.